Hi, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. I'm just looking through a book. I guess this is late night meandering. I'm looking through a book, really very good book that was sent to me by subscribers. It's called 1001 Smartest Things Ever Said. Okay, and some of them pretty smart. Not all of them, surprisingly. Okay, so I'm looking, and chapter 11, I think, is Love and Friendship. It says, what is a friend? A single soul dwelling in two bodies. I won't read them all, okay? I will skip through. People are unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Love them anyway. Now, this is one that I always was taught by a friend of mine who became a great mentor, my friend Noel Huntley. He's a writer, a brilliant man. And this is reflected by what he told me. It says, always be a little kinder than necessary. Well, what my friend told me was about the ego. The ego is a mechanism which will destroy you in its efforts to make you right. And my wife has just suddenly decided that she's going to go clip, clop, clop, clop as she puts coins into a savings box. Will we be doing that very often, honey? Okay. What?
Because I got some coins, so I put it in my little
Yes,
little
and
bank.
your timing is everything. I think that you got this from your mother. Your mother, every time she sees me click on the camera, she starts feeding the pigs.
It's very nice, right? Look at that. It's very nice.
Yes, dear.
This is made by Lisel.
It's made by Lisel.
Yeah, Don. Look. And
Uh-huh.
I put 1 peso or 5 peso or 10 peso here.
And do you have great handfuls of those coins, honey, that's going to go in while I'm talking?
Okay. What's the video this about?
What's it about?
Yeah.
It's about friendship. Love and friendship.
Yeah. And then?
It says, to err is human, to forgive divine. I forgive you, darling. To err is human, to forgive infrequent. That was by the next man, Franklin Adams. A person is only as good as what they love. And in the end, this is Paul McCartney, and in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. I like that. To give counsel as well as to take it is a feature of true friendship. Now let me ask you what you think this one means, honey. Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared.
Yeah, it means that even, for example, in just one light of a candle, it will spread, right? Even just a little, for example, one matches, the one matches can broke the house, can burn the whole village in just small matches. The same with a candle, and just you light one candle and it will spread to a lot of candles. So if you are happy and you just share it to to many peoples, it will not decrease the happiness that you feel. In fact, it will create a positive to other peoples who see it, who hear it, and the people who feel it.
And
right?
That's the basis upon which we have done what we do. Let me read another one.
Sometimes I'm intelligent,
A heart can be broken, but it will keep beating just the same. What does that mean, darling?
A heart can be broken, but it will keep beating just the same.
Yes.
So in other words, we will be having a failures, in every circumstances that we're being through. There's a failures, there's success, but at the end of the day, life moves on.
Yes, it does. Laughter is the closest distance between two people.
Yeah. it means that laughter is the closest distance. In other words, no matter how long distance is, there's always a telephone. Correct? I don't understand.
No, laughter is the closest distance between people. Normally when they talk about the closest distance between to anything, it's the shortest distance between A and B. Alright, between one point and another. And they talk about that. But Victor Borge gave that quote, laughter is the shortest distance between two people. In other words, if one person can make another laugh,
The other can do.
That's as close as it can be. So let me see. Love is like war. Easy to begin, but very hard to stop.
Yeah, you know, because love is... Because when you fall in love, you know, there is a sayings that you can stop the floods, but you cannot stop the love. You know, because love is the powerful tools that no one can destruct. You know, so if everyone has a love for what do you call that? For peace and order, then there's a lot of fish that is being sold.
A lot of fish, that's what.
No, what I mean is, you know, no matter how, the love is the most important, is the most strongest tools, you know, because once that person is being, once that person show love to that person that lost love, you know, being, what do you call that, Han? Being, how gonna say it? You know, if that for example, if that person will show the love to that person that who lost hope, that love can make that person nurture or create another perspective in life.
Another life.
Yeah.
Well, the actual quote was by.
Can you move a little?
Mention.
I don't have space. I demand my space.
You haven't hijacked into my video, and now you're going to start complaining.
I have a very nice quote here.
No, I'm going to read the quotes, and
Okay.
you're going to tell us what you think that they mean. But love is like war. It's easy to start and get into love, but like war, it's very hard to stop. So the emphasis there for me is more that it's easy to start a war, but it's not easy to stop it. And sometimes when you give yourself in love to another person, then it's not easy to take it back, is it?
Yeah, because when you love that person, it will always be, it will always remain to your heart.
Right. And this is by Arnold Bennett. A lot of these people, I don't know who they are, okay?
I know them.
You know Arnold Bennett?
Yeah.
Yes, good old Arnold.
He's a good friend of mine.
That's right. So, he says, it is well, this is quite cutting. It says, it is well when judging a friend to remember that he is judging you with the same godlike and superior impartiality.
You know, it means that when you, a friendship is always been tested, you know. It's always been tested, the friendships that you got, and both of you are also testing each other. I don't understand.
No.
You know.
Now, some of this is in quite
Deep meaning.
yes, it is. But what it means is that you should not judge someone by too much godlike superiority. In other words, remember a little humility. I always used to think that because of the training that people have to go through in America, you have to get up and say, I can do this better than anybody else. And the society is really set up like that, so that I always used to feel that I used to say that humility was a four-letter word. In other words, it was not something that was, it was something that was frowned upon in a way. People didn't go around trying to be humble, trying to realize humility And that's why so many good people that identify themselves as American that might be judged to be arrogant, because it is inbred into the society. And I know that in certain colleges where they have a lot of Chinese students come over, those Chinese that actually manage to stay there have to have counseling on losing some of the humility. They can't be so humble. In other words, when they go for a job, they have to be able to stand up and say, I can do this better than anybody else. I am your best bet for this job. You should give this job to me. Because in China, that would be frowned upon. That would be arrogant. It would be insufferable. What you should do is say, please give me the chance to do this job and I will do my best. In the UK, it's a little bit more sneaky. It's a little bit more hidden agenda. If someone came in for a job and they ended up giving that man the job, if he went about it with the same American bravado as we've been talking about, everybody would just sort of say, okay, and they would wait, and they would wait for him to fall on his face, and then they'd go, which is the best? You have to choose.
Yeah, you're right.
So, what else? I count myself in nothing else so happy as in a soul remembering my good friends. That was William Shakespeare, honey.
Yeah, William Shakespeare's is the very well-known quotes. I count myself in nothing else so happy, so as in soul remembering my good friends. It's very good, It's very, very deep meaning.
Right. Good old William. Did you know William?
Yeah.
Not personally, of course.
No, but I read some of his quotes, which is very nice.
Some of his quotes.
Yeah, but these quotes I don't understand.
I count myself in nothing else so happy as in a soul remembering my good friends. In other words, his happiest moments are when he is remembering his good friends. Because if you are remembering your good friends,
it means that he's really...
You have some.
Yeah, it means that that friend is very special to you.
That's good. The heart has its reasons, of which reason knows nothing. That's Pascal.
Yeah, it means that the heart, in other words, it's very simple and very emphasized that our heart have his own agenda.
The heart has its own agenda. You're stealing my little quotes now, aren't you? The human heart, I say that the human heart has its own agenda. And you can go along there and you can say, I don't love him, I don't love her, I'm not interested, and all of those things. And at the end of it, the heart will say, no, this is the way that it's going to be. And we know of many people who, in spite of everything that their head tells them, their heart tells them different. Yeah,
because especially when you fall in love, your heart dictates you something, but your mind opposing it. That's why, what is important to follow? Your heart or your mind?
Is that my question?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think maybe we would hope that there would be a little input from the head, from the mind.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Because, so that's another thing. It's just very difficult situations if the heart and the mind is not in good terms.
If they're not in agreement.
Yeah, in agreement in making a decision.
Right.
Because the result of that, headache.
Yes. And heartache.
Yes.
Which is, I think, probably worse. You can always take a pill for for headache, can't you?
Uh-huh.
What about this one? Have a heart that never hardens, a temper that never tires,
a touch that never hurts. In other words, be strong. Simple. Be strong. And always remember that sometimes our hearts are getting tired, but it will never stop beating.
Well, have a heart that never hardens means don't be hard-hearted, yeah? Means that you should be kind, you should be loving, you should be all of those things. And a temper that never tires. Well, if you have a temper that gets tired very easily, it means that you're going to be machine gunning everybody, to use one of Nana's descriptions. Wait. And a touch that never hurts. Don't hurt people.
Yes.
And that was Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens had some of the most fabulous characters ever. And some of his characters, Mr. Micawber, who always hoped that his ship was going to come home. Uriah Heep, who was the creepy, conniving, cunning man, a little snake in the grass. Uriah Heep.
We ended this one.
We're going to end this one.
Yeah,
This is my video, honey.
Yeah, but it's too long now.
You're not. What?
See?
It's 16 minutes. Kind words do not cost much. They never blister the tongue or lips. They make other people good-natured. They also produce their own image on men's soul. And a beautiful image it is.
Yeah, it's very good. You know, in other words, if you say some kind words to other, it didn't cost any centavo. You know, even if you walk on the road and you just bypass some people, some person there, and you just say good morning, have a nice day. You know, it didn't cost much, and a little smile, and maybe that smile that you give and that kind word that you say to that person might change the whole day that he or she got. You know, so, and then always remember that the tongue or never blister the tongue or lips. You know, because sometimes our tongue is sharpened than the knife in your kitchen. You know, so be careful on what you say. At the same time, they also produce their own image on men's soul and beautiful image, because sometimes what you say will reflect what kind of person you are, and also what kind of persons that the other might be. Good?
Certainly good enough. Don't you think? What's the next one? To give pleasure to a single heart by a single kind act is better than 1,000 head bowings in prayer. What do you think of that?
To give pleasure to a single heart, it means that better than 1,000 head bowings in prayers. In other words, to give a single act of what?
To give pleasure to a single heart by a single act is better than 1,000 head bowings in prayer. So it's an act of kindness.
Yeah.
One single act of kindness, as opposed to 1,000 times of bowing your head in prayer.
You know, because that simple act of kindness could change the life of a certain person.
Yes.
You know.
Now, goodness does not consist in greatness, but greatness is in goodness.
In other words, if you do good things to if you do good things to other human being, it will what do you call that, Han?
I don't know, Dad. You're telling me.
It will create good. It will create greatness. I don't understand. Sorry.
So, in other words,
What?
It's great to be good rather than good to be great.
Got it now. So in other words, choose to be great, you know, rather than to be good.
No.
No, okay. Okay, let me get it.
Choose to be good, because in choosing to be good, you will be great.
I got it now. In
But
other
if you
words,
choose to be great, you will be focusing so much on yourself that you probably won't have any time to be good.
So I got it now. So in other words, very simple, you know, in other words, stay focused, you know, stay focused, and then don't be selfish, you know. In other words, you need to have a light, not light. You need to have a certain focus on yourself to do the things, but don't forget. Don't.
You're almost there. Don't focus so much on yourself that you forget about everybody else.
Yeah, in other words, don't focus so much on yourself that you never that sometimes you already forgot that there are other persons or other worlds more than that. Right?
Close enough, honey.
Really? I want to be more than close. So in other words, you know,
we'll read it again. Goodness does not consist in greatness, but greatness in goodness.
So in other words, you know, this is another word. In other words, when you do something, you know, we know that we got different perspective in life, but always remember that don't just focus on your own, on your inner self, but also make sure that your life will will give lights, will give shines to other people, you know, because by that it means you showcase your life as an example to other people, you know. Got it?
I think so.
Okay, that's good.
On to the next.
That's too long now.
Well, honey, that's what they're on about. So, if you have only one smile in you, I like this because this is very much about relationships and about marriage and being together, having an argument or something like that, and being upset with someone. This is actually what this is about. If you have only one smile in you, give it to the people you love. Don't be surly at home, then go out in the street and start grinning good morning at total strangers. So many times that we may have an argument in the home, bust out of the home and walking out, and then being very cheerful and very happy and smiling to people that not only have we never seen before, but we'll probably never see again. What do you think that means, honey?
Yeah, that's very. We got the same idea.
Okay, you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we are going to have to end because I think that my wife has seen
I'm gonna end this.
Enough. You're going to end it. Let's see which one you would end it on.
Yeah, okay.
But it will necessitate you reading them rather than flicking the pages.
No, yes. I find it. There's not this one.
This one I think is nice because this one is Emily Elizabeth Dickinson. She was a famous writer. A tragic figure apparently, but she was a famous writer. Emily Dickinson.
If I can stop one heart from breaking, if I can ease one pain, then my life will not have been in vain.
If I can stop one heart from breaking, if I can ease one gain, then my life will not have been in vain.
What do you mean by vain, Han?
In vain. That it will have been a worthwhile thing. If you do something in vain, it means that you failed to do it.
So in other words, don't be scared to try in a certain things, because sometimes the pain, having in pain is the word, is the most memorable and it's the most precious that you ever did. Mao na ilang giingon nga anha na nato ma-experience ang kanindot kung atong naagian ang tanang mga pagsulay. Sa loyo sa mga pagsulay, adunay kalampusan.
I was going to say that.
So in other words, just to end this video,
If I can stop one heart from breaking, if I can ease one pain, then my life will not have been in vain. And that is actually the basis upon which we operate when we go out and try to help. A lot of people say you should not just go out and give handouts because it doesn't do any good. I don't believe it. If we can stop one child from crying, if we can stop one child from being in pain, if we can make one child smile again, that seems to me to be, well, to be worth it. What do you think, honey?
Because life is short, and if your life is full of worries, that I don't want to do this because I'm worried, then it stops you from showing the kindness to others, and it stops you to let others pain ease in just a short moment of time. So all you need to do is start now and spread love to other people. Have a good day and God bless. So I said, this is intelligent, this is wise man, and this is the crazy woman. In other words, I really don't know what I'm talking about. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I don't think that's
Have a good day and God bless.